Welcome back to Grand Slam Sports Halloween version. As your head ref today, I'm Jay Songe. Alongside me in the Purge mask is Charles Foster, and over at the desk in the Bob Ross costume is Jackson Strasburger. Fellas, as we begin the Halloween version today, some spooky stuff behind us. We're going to get Aidan Hutchinson signing a new extension with the Detroit Lions. 4 years, $180 million. Charles, as you remove the mask, how about this edge rusher signing this huge extension?
I mean, you look at this, it's one of the better extensions that we've seen, and we're starting to see that with D linemen now, of them kind of getting more money because they're a lot more worth it. I mean, you have an Aidan Hutchinson who's able to get 3 to 4 sacks in a game. That completely changes the way that things go. And I think that is what makes him and Myles Garrett and things like that so valuable. And now we're starting to see that more of these edge rushers are going to start getting bigger contracts now because of moves like this.
Yeah, and I think Aidan Hutchinson definitely has this kind of, when he's on that line, even if he's not pressuring the quarterback, he's got this kind of scary feel to him. And I mean, coming off that edge as a quarterback, you get frightened. I mean, he's just dangerous in that kind of way, and definitely a great deal, a great add to the Lions. When he wasn't here in Detroit, or wasn't at Detroit when he went down with injury last year, I mean, it was a big loss for that defense.
And looking into the Lions, and also, how about the costume change with Charles Foster? Now Batman, we've gone from Purge to Batman. The Lions have re-signed a lot of dudes in the last year or so, including guys like, as I look at my sheet here, Gibbs and Campbell are going to be coming up soon for the Lions. They've also signed a lot of guys like Amon-Ra, like Penei Sewell, like Kirby Joseph, like Aleem McNeil. They've signed a lot of these homegrown players. Only one of these new re-signed players are, all but one, are homegrown. That's Jared Goff, the one non-homegrown player. The Lions are very good at drafting and turning these players into superstars.
I mean, yeah, the Lions play their own version of small ball. I mean, in the football sense of things is they draft. Because Detroit isn't a market. No one sits there in free agency and goes, I want to go to Detroit. Not a very popular tourist destination. So when they get these people in, you have to keep them, and good football is the best way to keep those good players like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you look at how the Lions have been recently. You said they're not a market. They weren't, but now I feel like they are because they're winning, because they're building this team from the ground. I mean, Jared Goff was in L.A., and now he's in Detroit, and he loves Detroit, that's how it seems. And I mean, the rest of this team, I mean, I think it's just the way that they play, the way Dan Campbell teaches these players. And I mean, it just kind of adds something to it.
And then, Jackson, what does this do for the market for edge rushers now? Because obviously, you're going to see Trey Hendrickson and guys like Will Anderson who are going to be ready for extension soon. What does this do for the overall market as an edge rusher?
Well, I already think Aidan Hutchinson was a top D end in the league before this contract. He gets paid second. I think he's top 3, and I would say him being 1, possibly 2. Or 3, and I mean, I don't think that changes too much because he's getting paid what he deserves to get paid. But you look at like a Henderson or a Will Anderson Jr., they're going to get paid what they get deserved. Because Henderson has been trying to get a contract for 2-3 years, it feels like now. And I mean, eventually, somebody's going to have to pay him.
And now, speaking of Trey Hendrickson, the NFL trade deadline is coming up. It's going to be on Tuesday, November 4th at 4 p.m. Hendrickson is one of those top guys who might be on the market. Guys, the deadline, a lot of moves going to be made here soon.
Yeah, I mean, we look at the deadline, and this is going to be one of the interesting deadlines that we've seen because not too many teams are necessarily awful. And we see a lot of the teams that are awful are either ones that have so much young talent it's not really worth trading, or teams like the Ravens that were just hurt. And so, like, you're going to see, I think one of the biggest fire sales we're going to see is in New York with the Jets. We might see one in New Orleans with the Saints, but we're not going to see too many fire sales compared to last year's. We've already seen the Jets make a trade as they bring in Mechie for Michael Carter II. So, I mean, we're kind of starting to see that, but I don't think this is going to be one of those blow-you-away kind of deadlines.
And I have an underrated pick here is going to get moved. You mentioned Trey Hendrickson, the Saints, the Jets. These are all people who are going to get moved, but my sleeper is Mac Jones. The 49ers, who have been a decent team, are about to get Brock Purdy back from injury, and he will start. You're not going to sit. You're paying that much money. You're not going to sit him for that. And then you get teams that need quarterbacks, like Joe Flacco probably won't play this week because of an injury, and the Bengals already missing Joe Burrow. I mean, that's a team who could go get one. A team like the Vikings J.J. McCarthy has struggled so far, while you look at somebody like, and then Carson Wentz goes down with a season injury. So these teams still need quarterbacks to have a chance to win. I think Mac Jones is one of those that can go to some of those teams.
And Jackson, you know, as a Saints fan yourself, Chris Olave is a guy who is on the market, but there's plenty of other receivers that are also on the market as well. Jacoby Myers, a name being floated around. A lot of receivers for receiver-needy teams are going to be available come the deadline.
Yeah, and I mean, as a Saints fan, it's going to suck to lose Olave. He deserves such a better team. He is such a fantastic player, and how many quarterbacks has he been through in his short time and never really seen that success that he can have? He showed these promises of what he can be, but again, I mean, just hasn't stepped out, hasn't been able to perform at the high level because his team has been struggling. A receiver needs a good quarterback to be a good receiver. You look at the top guys like Jerry Rice, and Randy Moss. They had great quarterbacks to be able to win, to be able to succeed, and Chris Olave just hasn't had that.
Yeah, and we look at the New Orleans team. There's a reason that they call them the New Orleans Aints. I mean, this team has been really, really bad for the past few years, and I think that we're starting to see that now as we start to look at some more deadline moves and looking at some sellers as well. We see the Cardinals; they could be selling potentially as well, especially some of those older contracts like Calais Campbell. And we also take a look at Minnesota. Minnesota, I think, is in a really hard place. They're not horrible, but they've been missing their quarterback for most of the season now, to the point to where the players like an Aaron Jones and the older players might need to be moved to open up some more spots for their young core. I think one of the biggest fire sales we're going to see is Cleveland. We see the fact that Judy, he'll probably go, Njoku, Ford, a lot of because they have Judkins now. They don't really need that much that they have. They have so much talent on this team, but they're missing so many pieces that I think you start moving on.
And one I want to keep an eye on as well is the Tennessee Titans. Obviously, they have been horrible the past few seasons. They have older guys and guys that are very good that could be very marketable, like Jeffrey Simmons. Obviously, a name that's not expected to be moved, but still one for the right price could be on the move. You see guys like Calvin Ridley as well, Chika Okonkwo, Tony Pollard, Xavier Woods, a lot of older guys who still have talent who could be on the move from Tennessee to somewhere else, Jackson.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like Tennessee is the right team to sell. The Cardinals selling as well. And then you look at some other players or some other teams. Like, I like Tennessee. Calvin Ridley can leave too. I feel like he's a player on this team, on this Tennessee team, that is succeeding, but he just really can't. Again, he could be good on another team, another contender. Could be that second wide receiver that could take a team from just a playoff team to a possible Super Bowl champion team.
And now we look into the buyer side of things, Charles. Who do you see being big-time buyers come the deadline?
As we look at some of the buyers, I think Buffalo is a pretty big piece to look at. I mean, their receiving core, while it's fine, that's the best it really is. I mean, we've talked about this team. They're not as good as they need to be. The Buffalo Bills, they have a great team on paper. They have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But, I mean, they're missing a few pieces. They're missing that true receiver one. They're missing some things on the defensive end. I think that we're going to see Buffalo look to buy here, especially looking at the safety position and the wide receiver position. I think that's where we're going to see Buffalo there at the deadline.
To me, I think one of the buyers is going to be my Indianapolis Colts. The Colts, too, are 7-1 on this season. I think they're going to be big-time buyers. They need an edge rusher. They need a cornerback because of the injuries to the secondary room. And speaking about the Colts, I mean, 7-1, pretty darn good. But how good are the Indianapolis Colts actually? People have been talking about their schedule is maybe a little bit softer, but they've beaten teams like the Chargers. They've beaten teams like the Broncos at the close loss to the Rams. How good is this Indianapolis team actually with Daniel Jones at the helm?
You taste that? Tastes sweet. Tastes kind of like cupcakes. Their schedule is cupcake, okay? It's a cupcake schedule.
No, it's not.
And now I'm going to be honest with you. The Colts 7-1 is impressive at beating the teams they're supposed to be, but it's still a cupcake schedule. I need them to continue to be good when they play against good teams. They've played against maybe 2 playoff teams. They lost to 1.
Chargers, Broncos, that's at least 3.
And the Broncos are even, they're a real
The Broncos are
fringe
6-2.
team. They're a real fringe, this has not been as impressive at times. Now, the Broncos win was one of the best wins that I've seen from this team. This is what made me think of this team is not awful, this team is solid. They are not a Super Bowl contender. They will get exposed
Charles,
in the playoffs.
You look into the way, though, that they're beating teams. They're beating these bad teams in straight beatdowns. This is through 8 weeks so far, one of the most efficient offenses of all time. The NFL is a tough league to play in against anybody. The Titans, yes, they're not good, but they're still an NFL team, and they are beating them down, these bad teams, week in, week out. Jackson, this team has been very efficient. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I do agree that the schedule has been easy. I mean, but they still are winning. That is part of it. They're still blowing out these teams like you said, one of the most efficient offense. Actually, I think in recent years, they are the most efficient offense, beating teams like the 2018 Saints. Those great Chiefs teams were on that list as well. And this year's Chiefs team was on that list that I saw. But you still, Jonathan Taylor is playing at an MVP level at the running back position. You can't not look at that. Daniel Jones, who was I'm not going to say wasn't a good quarterback coming into this. He was bad, very bad quarterback. He's playing great, has over 2,000 yards right now, 13 touchdowns and 3 picks. I mean, you have to look at that as this Colts team is, yes, have they played easy games? But they're still winning, and they're winning by a high margin.
And Jackson, putting my bias aside, where things get questionable is the defensive side of things. Obviously, a lot of injuries right now to the secondary. The linebackers are Zaire Franklin and Jermaine Pratt, both of which are very poor overall in pass coverage. And the D-line, yes, they have DeForest Buckner, Grover Stewart, but the edge rushers, Samson Ebukam and Latu has been better, but the defense as a whole, Jackson, is very questionable right now.
Yeah, but against the Chargers, I still feel like that's a great offense they played, and they played fantastic on the defensive side of the ball. They still might not have the superstar power, but they're still stepping up in those roles with injuries. With all the stuff going wrong, this team's still the defensive side and the offensive. I think this team is just an all-around team. Do I think they're going to win a Super Bowl this year? No. Do I think they can definitely make a run, make it to an AFC Championship game? That I do.
And that's been my point. I don't necessarily hate the team. I think their offense is phenomenal. I want that to be out there. I just don't see them as a Super Bowl team. I don't see them as going far. I think they're going to get humbled. I think it's going to be – because I said it before. Whenever they go against a playoff team, they lose. They lost to the Rams off of a boneheaded decision. And that's what this team reminds me of is there's only one game in the playoffs. You can win or lose, right? There's no series. And I feel like they're going to go against a team like that at the higher seed team, and they're going to get shown that they're not ready yet. And now if I was a Colts fan, I'd be jumping in my boots because this is way better than what this has been in the past. I'm not sold yet, but I really do want to be proved wrong because I've watched you suffer with a lot of your good teams making it to the finals and losing.
It happens. And the Colts coming up, they have Pittsburgh this weekend in Pittsburgh. It's going to be a tough game, a good test for the Colts, although the Steelers' defense right now has been very questionable at times. Then they go to Germany to take on the Atlanta Falcons bye week, and then the big one in Kansas City after the bye week. That one's going to be one to watch to see if the Colts are actually good, if they can beat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Colts, maybe they're good. Who knows? We'll get into the World Series next, where we know these teams are good, next on Grand Slam Sports. Today might be Halloween, but the main focus is the Fall Classic. Game 6 of the World Series tonight, fellas. Charles, I know you're a Blue Jays fan, and your Jays currently lead the series 3-2 against the Los Angeles Dodgers. One win away. Can they finish it off on a Halloween night?
I certainly hope so. Now, looking at the series from an unbiased perspective, the Blue Jays have looked like the better team. I mean, the Dodgers have not been hitting the ball well. A lot of the games that they have won have been them escaping with them. I think that the Blue Jays really do have a good chance with 2 games straight at home to take these ones out. And I'm going to make a promise here today. If the Blue Jays win this series, I am bringing some type of poutine or maple syrup to this next episode because we are going to celebrate Canadian style next Friday. If so.
I will be saying I am not going to be involved in the celebration as a Yankees fan. I can't be involved in
He's going to be eating poutine.
No.
You're going to see it here first.
You're not going to see me doing that. But Jackson, looking into the series, obviously the 18-inning game in that game number 3, absolutely insane game. But since then, it's been all Blue Jays pitching-wise, and the Dodgers, they just cannot put bat to ball right now.
I feel like that was also part of the bullpen. I mean, the Dodgers, who already had a weak bullpen, who have people out, people with family issues and injuries, and now you look at, their bullpen has been terrible since that game. And the defense, the defense has also struggled, but it's been the Blue Jays offense being able to capitalize on that. Getting just little hits and then finishing. Whenever the last game was, game 5, you saw how many wild pitches happened, and the Blue Jays capitalized, came around and scored. And that inning alone, they took Snell out, and then the first pitch, the new pitcher came in, was to the backstop, which scored a run. It's been the pitching, it's been the bullpen, and it's been Toronto just capitalizing on LA's mistakes.
But then what about this Dodgers lineup right now? So obviously they have a very stacked lineup, 1 through 9, but they're having difficulties putting bat to ball, minus obviously Shohei Ohtani having his Elite World Series so far. Other than that, there hasn't been really anybody that's stuck out.
Yeah, you said Shohei, he has 3 home runs out of his 6 hits and 7 walks. They are scared to pitch to him because they know they can pitch to everybody else in that lineup. Mookie Betts is hitting 130 with 3 hits, 1 run. He's getting on base 23% of the time, and then he's getting one, and then he's all of his hits have been singles. So he's not scoring. He's not getting into scoring position. He's not helping his team, and he's supposed to be your contact hitter, your guy who's going to get on base and make things happen, and he just has not been that.
And then Charles, obviously, as the Blue Jays fan, and as a Vladimir Guerrero fan now seen behind us, how about this guy? Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is better than you ever could have imagined, and getting him to re-sign with the Blue Jays, gigantic.
I mean, yeah, this is the best Blue Jays season that we've seen since Joe Carter. And I think we're looking at this now. If they win this championship, he will stamp himself as a top 3 Blue Jay ever. I mean, people are going to be talking about Vlad because he did what others couldn't. To bring a 3rd championship to Canada, to have the most home runs in Blue Jays history, to have one of the best averages in Blue Jays history. I mean, he is absolutely tearing it up, and he has been the best player in this playoffs outside of maybe Shohei Ohtani.
And then now, how about Trey Savage? Obviously, he had an okay game in that one game, the first game he played in the World Series. The second game, man, 12 strikeouts. Just a few months ago, this guy was playing in front of, like 300 fans in a double-A game. Now he's pitching in the World Series in one of the biggest moments of his life, and he pitches an absolute gem.
I mean, and that's the thing, no one's figured him out, and I think that comes to his advantage as you're talking about the fact that he hasn't pitched as much, is you talk about the high release that Trey Savage has. He kind of starts up here, so whenever he throws a splitter, it looks like it's coming at you at 100, but it's only coming at about 85, 86, and it just drops off so well that, I mean, you look at Trey Savage, and that's what makes him so good, is that no one's seen that before. I can't name many pitchers that throw from that launch angle with that much drop off from that angle. I mean, you don't see that, and I think that's what makes Trey Savage so legit, is that splitter and a good fastball as well.
Now, looking into tonight, game number 6 in Toronto, a chance for the Jays to clinch a World Series. The pitchers are going to be Yamamoto versus Kevin Gausman. How do we feel about this matchup heading into tonight?
I mean, when you look at Yamamoto, he's something else. He is one of the best pitchers in the league. I mean, he has been phenomenal for the Dodgers. And now we take a look at, Kevin Gausman. Kevin Gausman pitched a really good game until those last 2 that he gave up in that last inning. Third time through the lineup, there were some questions if he should have stayed in or not. Gausman will be fine. It was always going to be to Gausman. It was always going to be to the ace. I cannot think of a better way to finish off this series than Kevin Gausman versus Yamamoto. This right here should be where the Blue Jays win. If they don't win tonight, then they're going to be in a problem in Game 7 because Scherzer, you can't guarantee you're going to get a good one from him.
And Jackson, if the Dodgers are to come back and win this series in 7 games, how will it be done?
I mean, you have to look at they have to fix something, and I mean, I think that Mookie Betts has to start hitting, and I mean, Shohei has to step up. I mean, he's been fantastic. You can't even blame this on Shohei, but when nobody else steps up, you have to look at your superstars. You have to look at the guy you're paying $700 million to come and perform, and that's the guy who you're going to blame, is the guy who's getting paid. I mean, just there's so many issues with this team. They're just not performing at the level they were all year, and now you have to take it at a different way. And now you have to look at, will it be the Blue Jays pitching that sells them, or will it be the Dodgers offense that steps up?
From baseball to basketball, let's go ahead and take a look now at the National Basketball Association, currently looking at the Philadelphia 76ers, who are, 4-0 to begin this season. Who would have guessed? I mean, Joel Embiid playing kind of on a minutes restriction right now, but Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe have been phenomenal. Obviously, they've beaten some softer opponents, but still, once again, the story is you beat who you play, and they're 4-0.
And I talked about this team earlier, and when I said that VJ, during our draft talk, because we did not do a broadcast this year, I said that VJ was my second favorite player in this draft behind Cooper Flagg, and I mean, he's showing why. The intangibles are so good. I mean, in his debut, he's scoring 30 on a Boston Celtics team that is not as good as it once was, but that's still a good team to beat. They play against the Celtics again tonight, another good contest for them, and especially a Celtics team that's started to get a little bit hot, winning their last 2. We take a look at this team. Tyrese Maxey is proving himself to be a legitimate superstar. Just imagine whenever Joel Embiid comes back off that minutes restriction, when if Paul George ever plays again and plays decent again, because we look at that, I mean, Paul George, he brings a 3-and-D aspect to this team that is going to make them even better. But I love this lineup. As we look at their lineup, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre Jr., Dominic Barlow, and Joel Embiid. That's a good starting lineup. It's a solid starting lineup.
And you have Quentin Grimes off the bench right now, who is currently averaging 18 points per game.
Grimes was one of their steals last year. Grimes was one of those people that we talked about that just whenever he got moved in the trade deadline, he just found himself a new home. Similar to Max Christie. I mean, you see this a lot with those guards that can score really well. They find a new home after getting traded away from their better teams.
And Jackson, do you see Philadelphia being a legitimate team here? They're 4-0 with wins over Boston, Charlotte, Orlando, and an overtime game against the Washington Wizards. Do you see them being a legitimate team here in the East?
Yeah, I think I do. I mean, they've just, the way they've played, if Tyrese, I think it comes down to Tyrese Maxey, and he's been the guy that, I mean, the 76ers had needed to step up. He's been good. He's been fantastic. But this is when he takes that, he's the number one scorer. He's that leading role, and that's just going to be his job. I mean, he's scoring 37.5 points right now a game. And I know it's in the first 4, but that's still outrageous. And that's why this Sixers team is doing so good, is because Maxey's stepping up. And then you look at BJ Edgecombe, who's playing the number 2 option, and he dropped 35 the first night. Maxey dropped 40. But the only issue with that is they only won by 1, so where's the next off? Where's your third option going to be after that? And when Embiid gets healthy and doesn't get off that minutes restriction, I mean, you definitely have a solid team there.
The Sixers might be scary, to be determined, but you know what is scary? Our Foster 5 Spooky Special. Charles, what do you got for us today?
We got the Spooky Special of the Foster 5 today, and today's we're going to talk about players with one foot in the grave. And first, number 5, we're going to talk about Mike Conley. Mike Conley has been not as well as we once remembered. He's doing solid still, which is why he's at my number 5. He's 38 years old, still doing what he's supposed to do with 5 points per game and 3 assists. He's playing fine, but it's about time to wrap it up.
I mean, for a 38-year-old, and he started 2 games so far this year, actually, from Minnesota, due to Anthony Edwards currently being injured. I mean, he's doing what he can, but this guy's 38 years old. There's definitely going to be kind of that fall off, and we're seeing it right now for Conley.
I mean, you look at him last year, he was definitely a player who could, get you quality minutes. Especially he was the one for most of the season, getting Anthony Edwards the ball, playing well in Minnesota. But right now, you knew this fall was coming. You knew he wasn't going to be that good forever, proving it here.
Taking at my number 4, one that hurts me to put down, DeAndre Jordan. I forgot he was in the league. He just got signed off the streets a few days ago, playing for the Pelicans right now, and things are fine, actually. He's actually looking decent for the Pelicans, but at the same time, he's been bouncing around. And so like I said, one foot in the grave. Not the same DeAndre Jordan that he once was, but a solid backup center for a pretty bad team. But, he does what he needs to do.
I like DeAndre Jordan. Not going to say he's going to be a superstar player and he's going to be a fantastic type of guy who's going to change a team. But, he's on a Pelicans team who isn't going to win games. He's not going to play. He's not a bad player. And this might be just some nostalgic vibes, because I love DeAndre Jordan. I think he's a fun player to watch, especially in his prime. But, I think he's climbing out of the grave being on this Pelicans team right now.
Looking at number 3, we got the Sixers player, Paul George. This one hurts to do. It's one of my favorite players of all time, but it's time. Paul George has been struggling. He's not been able to find his groove lately. He had an okay year last year, averaging 16 points a game. I just think Paul George, he's been one of he's the only player to ever have 2 theme songs with the Wash theme song and also his own Silky Smooth theme song. So, he's definitely just gone down.
And as a Pacers fan, it doesn't really pain me that much because I've been waiting for this guy's downfall since the day he left Indiana. But I feel like it's the same old story with this guy year in, year out. He's good, but he's not great anymore. He's not what he used to be when he was with Indiana. Obviously, that gruesome injury he had with the U.S. basketball team, that forever, I think, changed his career and how his trajectory of his career. But he's just not what he used to be. He can still score at times, and I hope he comes back and plays well for Philadelphia, because God knows they're going to need him, because Joel Embiid is doing who knows what out there on the floor nowadays. But with Maxey and Edgecombe, if PG can come back better than he was, he'll be fine. But this guy's just injured game in, game out.
Number 2, the first team to ever be in a player section. We have the entire 2025 Los Angeles Clippers. I'm going to name off some players for you, and you tell me if you remember where you were whenever they were good. James Harden, 36 years old. Kawhi Leonard, 34. Brook Lopez, 37. Nicholas Batum, 36. Bradley Beal, 32. Yet somehow he plays like he's 38. Chris Paul, 40. This team is old. They're about to have their retirement benefits. You better hope that they've been working hard on those, because it's an old team. This is the classic, these guys used to be good, so they'll be good maybe. No, it doesn't work. It's just the unction in LA.
I would say about 5-8 years ago, this team would be considered a super team. This team would win. This team would be a dynasty. Would win so many rings. But now, I don't know if they can win a basketball game, let alone make the playoffs or do anything else. They're making happy little accidents all the time.
And number 1, Klay Thompson. He's been the face of the Wash allegations for years to come, and I don't think we really need to go into detail about that one. We're just going to say Klay Thompson. But someone that is re-entering his prime, looking like the Giannis that we remembered from before, Giannis Antetokounmpo. is a monster.
I don't even think he's re-entering. I think he's been in his prime. People just don't talk about him because he does the same thing every single year. This guy is averaging 35 and what feels like 15 a game, every year, every season. This guy has been really good year in, year out. And I mean, this year you look, they lost, Lillard to the torn Achilles, obviously, and there's not really a star around him. It's kind of just him. And so when you feed him the ball 100 times a game, he's going to average this. But this guy is just bullying over defenders right now. You get him the ball in the post, he's going to score.
And I mean, you look at the starting lineup, though. They're not as bad as I thought they would be playing-wise. I mean, you see Rollins, he has 18 points a game.
He scored 34 last night against the Warriors.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, wrong game. Gary Trent Jr. is in 13, AJ Green's in double digits. Miles Turner's looking solid in a Bucks jersey. And, I mean, I don't hate this Bucks team. I really don't. And the East is disgusting. It's disgustingly bad.
Don't get me started on Miles Turner.
So I think they could really realistically be contenders if Giannis can stay healthy and play at this level. They're realizing that you don't need to throw in a Dame, you don't need to throw in this. Build a team around your superstar. You do not need two all the time.
Please, please help this man. He needs some kind of assistance. I mean, he's looking like one of the best players we've ever seen because he has to be the number one option right now. And there's not a number two option on this team. He is second in points in the league, third in rebounds, and 14th in assists. I've never seen Giannis pass this much, but he has to. But who does he pass to at the same time? I mean, he's getting double teamed, and this is what happened after they got rid of Drew Holiday, after they had Chris Middleton, but Chris Middleton was hurt that year. I mean, that's why they weren't good. I mean, they struggled, and because teams figured out to build the wall, and then that's how they stopped Giannis. They're going to figure out the same way and do the same thing again.
You know what I have to say about that? I think this is the best team they've had built around him since his championship run because this is a team that is built around him. Let's take a look at their lineup. Giannis is not a threat from three. You grab four people that can shoot. You have a very easy, you line up around the arc, have Giannis go in. You either double him or he passes out, someone's going to hit a three, or you let him one-on-one, which he's going to score. That's been the offense. And that works in playoff basketball because it's a half-court-centric game. It no longer goes in the fast break once playoff basketball hits. I like the way that this team is built. I don't think they're a championship contender, but I think that they deserve a lot more credit than they are being given with how they built this.
How Turner fits into this
consistent
lineup.
Three ball.
I would not call it consistent.
Three ball.
You get him in the playoffs and the finals from three, he's going 0 for 100.
A better three ball than your average five.
Yes, I will agree with that. I just think he clogs up tendency-wise, clogging up the floor. Well, right now, Giannis, one of the best players in the NBA. But you know who's next? Macklin Celebrini. We'll get into the NHL next on Grand Slam Sports.
From the courts to the ice, we are here talking about hockey. Joining me, Alyssa Puente over there, Jackson Strasburg. And we're going to start things off with Macklin Celebrini. He has looked phenomenal for the Sharks here. Alyssa, I ask you, what are you seeing with Celebrini that's making this really, really stinky Sharks team look somewhat less stinky?
I mean, I think it just goes back to when he was drafted in 2024, being that first-round overall draft and everything. I may also say top 10 player in the NHL currently. He's doing so well. His rookie season, 25 goals, 63 points, all just in 70 games. That's crazy high numbers. He also is currently leading the Sharks teams forward with an average of over 20 minutes in ice time. He knows where to find that puck. He knows where to go for assists and everything. He's just really talented on the ice, and we're seeing that with the Sharks team. Although they're not the best team right now, they are currently not dead last anymore, so at least we have that going on for them, but he just knows what he's doing on that ice.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, and one of the bigger improvements that I saw with them is especially a game last night where they won against the Devils, which is a very good win. We're seeing Celebrini. He is, like you said, he's been a leading goal scorer for this team. 17 points on the season, 6 goals currently, 11 assists. He has been he has been everywhere, and I think that's been one of the biggest things for this team is, like you said, he's been everywhere. He's been in the right spot. He does a really good job, and I think that's going to be what we see from this team is, especially his face-off winning percentage. I mean, he wins a lot of his face-offs. He creates a lot of opportunities on the offensive side of the ice for this team. Jackson, I ask you, what do you see in him that's going to help the Sharks maybe boost themselves up to a legitimate contender someday?
When the rest of his team outside of Will Smith is sitting there painting happy little trees, you get Celebrini, who is now, he's not just a goal scorer, he's passing the puck. He's in the right spot. He's able to find Will Smith, usually is the other one scoring the goals, because this team has nobody else. I mean, he looks like the next face of the league, and I mean, third in points right now, He's 5th in assists. You mentioned that at 7 assists, 11 points, and he's 19th in goals on this team who has been awful. We talked about this last week. How they hadn't won a game. Well, they won one game at that point last week, and now they're, not doing that much better.
But beating a Devils team that I can tell you one thing, I had no idea that they were going to win that game. I was looking at the games last night trying to figure out what we wanted to talk about, and watching them win that game, I was like, wow, you just made my job way easy because he is the turning point in this Sharks team from making them really, really stinky to a little bit less stinky, like they put on deodorant. And so soon, maybe someday, they could take a shower and they could not be disgusting.
Yeah, they make this team fun to watch.
Yeah.
Just him is the reason I will watch a Sharks game. He goes off the ice, I switch the game, but I will come back to watch him play.
And now we take a look at a team that I could tell you one thing I thought was going to be awful, but they're not. The Storm and Mormons are making an appearance here in Utah, and the Mammoths starting off the season 8-3. Alyssa, I turn to you. What makes this Mammoth team legit?
I think what's making them look so good is Logan Cooley. He just signed an $80 million contract extension with the Mammoth. He's one of their brightest young stars for the team currently. He became the first player in league history to score each of his first goals of the season in the first period. He's just looking great on that ice, great on the team. And like you said, the Mammoth were not some team that I thought they were going to go far at all. They just changed their name this year to the Mammoth. When you heard them as the Utah Hockey Club, I didn't even know what that was. I thought that's just some little club, not like an NHL team. But he's looking really good. He's on a 4-game point streak with 6 goals and 3 assists as well.
Yeah, he's been legit, and this Mammoth team is legit. I think that, like you said, that's been the biggest thing for them is they start out early, they get their goals, and then they play back. It's hard to score. It's similar to what we see in soccer and why we compare, soccer and hockey sometimes, as hockey's just a faster-paced soccer. And we see it. They score, and then they just you can't score on me, haha. And they sit in the back and they play keep away. And that's been what's been so good with this team is, a team coming from Arizona. The Coyotes were not exactly an impressive team. But them coming in to make this change in 2 years in Utah. Utah has a hockey team now, and they have one they can be proud of, which is not something you can say with most Utah sports. Jackson, what do you think about this team?
Yeah, 2 years ago, we went this team being the worst team in the league. This Coyotes team, they weren't in Utah yet. Then they go to Utah. They have still a pretty bad year last year, and now they're in the Central Division, which is not an easy division. You have both the Stars, the Avs, other teams in there that are playing really good hockey. And you're still winning games. You're 8-3. You can definitely threaten a playoff spot later down the road. And you mentioned Logan Cooley. I'm going to look at Nick Schmaltz. 7 goals, 10 assists, 17 points, and the 10 assists lead the team with a plus-minus of 7. When he's on this ice, Utah is playing fantastically. And just playing great hockey. And
now I turn to you, Alyssa. What do you think Utah needs to continue doing or do better to build themselves as a legitimate playoff team and maybe even the Stanley Cup team here in Utah?
Again, like I said last week, looking at the younger talent is really what we're going to want to keep continuing. Nick Schmaltz, he's only 29. He's still pretty young for being in hockey. Logan Cooley, he's only 21 as well. The two of them together on that ice, they can really just make sure they get those goals, they get those assists, and they know where to put that puck and get it into the goalie as well.
Yeah, I think things have looked really, really good in Utah, and that's not something you can say very often unless you're looking at the mountains. So Utah sports are, one sport's back. The Jazz are going to wait a good 3 or 4 years until they're good again. But we're going to take a look at an extension for a team that is pretty good and a team that also has mountains in their backgrounds. Martin Necas signing an 8-year, $92 million deal, which you have in your notes, Jackson. It seemed like a lot. I ask you, how are you feeling about that?
It's just, I feel like it's 11.5 a year. And for a guy who hasn't, he's good. I'm not going to get it wrong. But a guy who hasn't shown as much in his previous years with Carolina. This year so far he's 7-6, which gets him a 13 points on the year and another +7 +-. But that's this year. What did he do last year? What did he do the year before? And we're giving him this much money on a hunch. And I just don't know if I love that move for the Avs. But as a Blues fan, I really like that move as a Blues fan. So that's fine.
Alyssa, I ask you now, what are you thinking? What does this show you as for the Avalanche as they're looking to get back into contention?
I feel like they've also done this with 9 other players right now. They have 9 players who are under contract for more than 3 years. So it seems like they want to keep that same familiarity with players, keep growing them as a team, seeing how that's working. maybe it's going to work for them where they get to a playoff spot in the future. It just seems like they're developing and they want to keep training them to get better and better rather than trading in new players and looking at that route.
Yeah, and we see it's a Marty Party here in Colorado, and he has looked really good. I mean, we were at one of the games, me and Evan were, and we got to see how consistent he is in scoring. I mean, he gets a lot of shots on goals, and that's one of the biggest things is he's shifty. He's hard to keep in front of, and you have someone like Nathan McKinnon. You have someone like Macker in the back. This team is built around, they were one wing away, in my opinion, from being legit. And to me, this Avalanches team has now settled down on him being that player to score. Because McKinnon, while he does score well, he's more of a setup. And he was forced to score over these past few years because they didn't have as much offensive opportunities. Having Martin in there is really, really going to help them bring a lot more of a scoring aspect to this team that we saw in the Hurricanes game, how they went. It was 4-1. They were losing, but goals were just going back and forth. And they came back and almost won that game because of the offense that they can now bring out. To me, the Avalanches are looking like a legitimate team now, and they just made that way for a few years to come now. Jackson, I turn to you. I ask you, what do the Avalanche need to do to get above those like Golden Knights, the Stars, the good teams there in the NHL?
I feel like they are one of the good teams, especially in the Central Division. I mean, yes, they still have to play the Stars a whole bunch of times and pass them in the division, but I think they came into the season as a contender for the playoffs. And I think this deal, getting somebody solidified, when you're playing not on your contract year, when you're not stressed about if you're going to play next year, you play better. You can just play hockey and not worry about the business side of it, and that makes you a better player. That's how it works in every sport, and I feel like that's just made, this team just a little bit better.
I agree completely, and I think they're, like you said, just right on the cusp of being one of those teams. But we're going to take a seat with some of our producers and people in the background, and we're going to play some fun Halloween games here next on Grand Slam Sports.
It's time for our Halloween special part of the segment. Once again, my name is Charles Foster. Over on the video wall, Evan Porterfield, Kennedy Phelps, and Alyssa Puente are going to be guessing some costumes. We have 5 NBA players in costume. They have to figure out who it is. Guys, let's begin with number 1.
Okay, what?
Who is No Face? Evan.
LeBron James.
It is not LeBron James.
No.
This is a popular NBA player. He is a center.
A center?
He is a center.
Can you tell me what team?
Yeah.
That would give it away.
East or West? East or West?
West.
West.
I don't know what that means. Just kidding.
Plays down on the U.S. map.
Evan again.
Wait, what did you say, Charles?
Down on the U.S. map. Plays for a team down on the lower half of the U.S. map.
Is it Nikola Jokic?
No.
And it's a popular player?
Not American.
Not an American. Okay.
Not an American.
Evan.
Is it Victor Wembanyama?
It is Victor Wembanyama.
Do we even give him a point?
I
This
don't
is
know.
I don't even want to give him a point at this point.
No, I say that's no points, honestly, for getting 3 in a row.
Yeah.
But he's the only one that guessed.
Give him half a point?
Hey, half a point.
Half a point for
Half
Evan.
a point for Evan.
I'm cool
All right,
with
Victor
that.
Wembanyama was the answer. Let's go to number 2. Evan.
Bro, this is easy. That's Pascal Siakam.
Hey, at least he knew. That's a pacer.
That's the
You
Indiana
live
Pacers.
here.
Yeah.
That's the easiest one for sure. That's the easiest one by far.
Easiest
That's
one by
the
far.
easiest one by
These
far.
next 3.
I don't know basketball players.
These
like
next
that.
3 are 3 of the
That
most
is really
popular
funny, though.
NBA players of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Roll the next one. If you do not know any of these players, we're gonna have a problem.
That's scary.
It's tough.
That is tough.
That's very tough.
That's very tough.
I think I know exactly who that is, but I'll let him have a chance.
Yeah, I guess would
There
be
is,
nice.
by the way, there is a bell next to you that you can ring.
Yeah. By the way, you guys do own a bell.
We know.
Is that Steph Curry?
It is
No,
not.
it is not.
Steph Curry does not have that big of a face. No offense.
Oh, that's a mask, I think.
Yeah.
That's a mask? That's
paint.
definitely
That's
face paint.
Is it?
It looks
This guy does have a pretty big face, but he is a point guard.
East or
Has
West?
he been in the league?
Technically on the West now.
Has he been in the league for a long time?
Yes.
Very long time.
Yes.
This is an MVP.
Very popular player.
On the West? No.
Is he old?
Yes.
Very.
I was thinking like,
It's James Harden?
No.
It is not James Harden. But he did play with James
I
Harden.
don't know, Dwayne Wade?
No.
No.
He is
Played with
retired.
Harden.
This guy just signed a deal with the Kings.
Shoot, I don't know anybody on the Kings.
Mind you,
Should we tell him the days he's most known for?
Sure.
Oklahoma City.
Frick.
Triple doubles.
Triple doubles.
Wait.
His nickname is Brody.
What?
His nickname is Brody.
How do I not know this? Bro?
Wait, no. Oh my god. Wait, I actually
Who's
feel
on
like
the
I
Kings?
honestly know. Wait.
Played for the Thunder.
Can I have
MVP.
like a better?
Kevin Durant's best teammate ever.
Chat, am I cooked?
I don't know if they're
You are cooked for not knowing this one. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
don't know if they're gonna get this one. Do we
I
just
don't know
give
if they're
them
gonna get this
the
one either. Yeah, we'll just give him the answer.
Give
This
him
is
the
Russell
answer.
Westbrook.
Oh, is that?
This is Russell Westbrook, one of the most popular NBA players ever. Now these two, if no one
Yeah,
gets
these
these
two, you
right,
better-
I
you guys better
swear
get
to
this.
God,
Whoa.
you will never touch another NBA
It's
segment ever
easy.
again. Roll the next
Roll
one.
number 4. Evan.
That looks like
That's
a very,
Curry.
That's
Thank
That is
you.
Curry.
That is Steph
looks like a
Curry.
very
That's Curry.
skinny individual.
That is Steph Curry. Number 5 is
Curry.
another very popular one.
Oh my god.
I promise you know who this is.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
Evan got it again.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Evan somehow, I mean,
Evan had 3.5 points to 0-0.
I don't think Alyssa rose her buzzer once, but I have another fun segment for these guys. These guys have been my producers and my helpers for so long, and I could not be where I am without them. So I could not think of a better way than doing our own Grand Slam trick or treat. Now I'm gonna have you three blindfold your guys' selves in some way. I'm gonna give you guys 5 candies, and you guys are gonna rank them 1 through 5.
Okay.
That's the name of the game. And also I wanna see you guys guess what they are.
Sir, yes, sir.
So I'm gonna take a little walk-see over here with these 5 candies. And we're gonna have some fun.
Hope you guys like my innovative blindfold. Hold
I
on.
love your innovative blindfold.
Okay. Does that
So
work?
we're guessing the candies, Charles.
You guys are guessing the candies
Okay.
and then ranking them 1 through 5. These are some very good candies.
Okay.
And we just rank them? We don't guess them?
You guys are gonna rank them. We're doing blind rankings. So have you guys seen that TikTok trend where it's like you rank without knowing the next one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what we're gonna be
Oh.
Oh,
doing.
that's fun.
Okay, so we best out of what?
5.
5.
Oh,
So, like,
sorry, I'm
1,
slow.
2, we're like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Yep.
Today we have this candy to start.
Oh,
need
it's
you
in
guys
a
to-
box.
It sounds very
It sounds
familiar.
like
Put out your
Skittles.
hands.
Oh my god.
Or,
Okay.
or
Oh,
Hands out.
wait. It
Don't
better
say it
not-
out loud yet. I gotta hand them out to other people.
Oh, I'm scared.
Oh!
Wait, can we eat it now? What?
You guys can go ahead and eat them.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
Wait, this is not what I thought it was.
I love these. I'm giving it 2.
Wait, so 1 being the best?
1's the best, 5 is the worst.
That sucks.
Okay,
Ew.
5. I forgot.
I don't like that.
What's your ranking, Binks?
5.
5? Okay.
That
Bro, I've been
sucks.
craving these lately.
You can have
That's
mine from my
crazy.
mouth.
Yeah.
They're good.
But don't worry, I got some much better candy.
Hold
For
on,
you
I'm not
guys today.
finished.
Yeah, I'm
with this.
still.
Don't worry, I gotta open it up anyway. It's okay. The next
I don't
candy.
like it.
That was horrible.
I think I know already.
Oh, Krabby Patties, that's what I'm going with.
Shut
I
up.
love Krabby Patties.
That-
All right, here, I'm gonna trade you. Here's this. Don't eat it yet, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna take your hot tamales. Thank you
Thanks,
very
that was
much.
Oh, we didn't have to put them all in.
What is this? What is this?
Here you go.
What the hell?
Wait, what is this?
Wait, what is this?
Wait, it's
All right.
not. It's
Ew.
what the?
Take a bite.
What the?
Oh, this is peanut butter.
Oh, I know what this is.
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna need you guys to, not only I wanna see your guys' guess on what this is, but I also wanna
It's,
know you guys' top
This is
5.
100 grand, right?
No.
No, it's payday.
Close. It's called a
Yeah.
nut roll, but it is
same
basically a
thing.
payday. Yes.
Same thing.
Okay, well, this is a 4. I hate peanut butter.
I give it 3.
3.
Such a
3?
good
Okay,
offense.
okay. Don't worry though, it gets better.
Well, so far, it's not. Charles, can you take this from me?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm passing
Evan,
up.
do you want mine?
No, I'm good.
Give me your guys' last candy.
My
God.
hands are so sticky.
It's okay. That's what we.
Mine aren't
This is
anymore.
gross.
It's okay. We have bathrooms.
I'm trying to fix my posture.
I don't even care at this point.
What is this?
Oh, is
Wait,
there
did
a new
you
one?
get it? Oh, Ew. Ew.
Oh, I know exactly what this is.
I don't
Oh.
even want this.
I don't even have
Why
it.
are they
It's
so hard?
5.
Pause.
5.
Can I try it now?
Yeah, please try it.
Oh,
I
I
insist.
don't want to.
I'll take a tiny, but it's 5. The closest thing I can relate them to is like banana Laffy Taffy.
Ew, that's
No, these are the peanuts. The
Yeah,
the
that's
You got that one right.
it's a 4.
But that's what they taste. They
I'll
kind
put
of
this
taste
at
like.
a 3. I don't
Now,
mind them.
these next two I'm feeding to you guys because we can't
Oh.
because they're too obvious if you touch them.
It's a Reese's.
Your feet. That's crazy.
They're like little birds or something.
Say ah.
That's a good idea.
Bite down.
I'm scared.
Say ah.
Charles, what are you doing?
Bite down.
Do we want to eat?
Say ah.
These are red vines.
Yeah. Why is it like
Why do they
spicy?
taste like
It's black licorice.
It is black licorice. Known
this is-
American favorite.
Ew.
That's disgusting.
I love black licorice.
These suck. All
Number
these
1.
suck.
Number
You
1.
already did one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is the best one.
These
Oh
are
my
all
god.
like
this
fives.
is at 2, I guess.
I don't remember where I'm at.
Guys, that's
I've
fire.
just been going one by one because they all suck.
Oh, don't worry. This will be your favorite.
I don't trust you.
All right. I got a few flavors here. Who likes? No. I'm gonna take a guess on what flavor I think you guys would like. All right.
I need to brush my teeth now. Like the taste sucks.
All
I
right.
feel like so
Do I
much
have to open
cinnamon
again?
taste in my mouth.
This one is another one where I'm gonna need you guys to say ah.
Oh my gosh.
This is
If I can open it, good God.
It's taking a while to open.
this is not good at all.
I need like gum or something. I need that out of my mouth.
That'd be crazy if you put a gross
Say
gum
ah.
in our mouth.
Oh god, I'm scared.
Ooh, that is sour.
Oh god.
I hate sour. I hate sour.
Say
It's
ah.
Charles.
It's
No.
like
It's a
foamy.
warhead.
Charles, no.
What the?
Say
I actually don't mind.
Why is it foamy?
Charles, you're the worst in the world.
Can I take the blanket off?
All right, that's our game.
Are we done?
That is all 5 candies. Now, I really did a lot of research into these candies, and I
No, you
Googled
didn't.
the top 5 least favorite candies in America, and I thought it would be great to gift them to you guys.
That
So,
was disgusting.
thank you for everything that you guys do for us, and I really
I
do
know you
appreciate
really
it.
appreciate
I
us.
really do appreciate it. I spent a lot of time on this one. I love you guys so much.
Actually,
Thank you all for coming to Grand Slam Sports today. Have a happy Halloween, and please stay safe and don't do anything I want to do.
Happy Halloween!
Bye.
Bye.